Hello, welcome to our Telecom and ICT program, Telecom Weekly. I am Joy Uyo Adejo. The program Telecom Weekly, sponsored by the Nigerian Communications Commission, NCC, is designed to educate, inform, and update you with the latest trends, issues, news, and development in the telecom and ICT sector of Nigeria and other parts of the globe. At NCC, we connect you to the world. Coming up in this episode, we bring you part 2 of our special report on regulatory excellence and Dambata's giant strides. Also in this edition, the Executive Vice Chairman, Professor Umar Garba Dambata, underscores the relevance of women in the development of the telecom industry. Nigerians speak on the impact of social media on businesses. Plus, NCC approves harmonized short codes across networks, directs implementation. Please stay tuned.
On NCC Telecom Weekly, we bring you innovations, trends, policies, and stakeholders, redefining all sectors of our economy today. Here, you'll see the actors, policymakers, and creativity that will shape your mind and business for growth in line with today's reality. Join us every Friday, 5 p.m. on NTN Network and on radio, FRCN Network on Fridays, 8 p.m. NCC, Connecting Nigeria.
If you just joined us, the program is Telecom Weekly. Effective regulation of the telecom industry is responsible for the ongoing revolution recorded by the leadership of Professor Umar Garba Dambata. In our last edition, we x-rayed the journey under the telecom professor. Here is the concluding part of that special report.
The trove of awards conferred on the Executive Vice Chairman and the CEO of the Nigerian Communications Commission, NCC, in recent times for its role in enhancing digital transformation in Nigeria have become testimonials to the regulatory excellence of the National Telecom Regulator. With the recognition accorded the NCC by stakeholders and experts in the industry, the NCC has no doubt remained the public sector model of efficiency and management excellence hinged on the Strategic Vision Plan SVP 2021 to 2025 and the Strategic Management Plan SMP 2020 to 2024, which includes the NCC's reviewed mission and vision in line with the Commission's mandate, as stipulated in the Nigerian Communications Act NCA 2003. The SMP reinforces its core values as the guiding principles that will mold its culture and strengthen the effective execution of the plan. Thus, the Strategic Management Plan 2020 to 2024 is designed to bring the benefits of the digitized economy to the citizens of Nigeria. The Director, Licensing and Authorization at the Commission, Mohammed Babajika, is of the view that the Commission has over time braced up for new challenges and specifically has scaled up its service delivery and positioned herself for global competitiveness. With the coming of Dambata's initial SVP, also known as the 8-point agenda, and now the 5-point strategic vision implementation plan.
Umar Garba Dambata, the Executive Vice Chairman, Nigerian Communications Commission, and also the CEO of the organization, joined the commission in 2015, and he met us at a certain level, of which I will now say between that time and now, we are not on that level that he came and met us, because there are so many new innovations that he brought into. He has challenged us to have increased revenue as well as have licenses that will create jobs to Nigerians and also provide services that we will benefit and compete globally.
Speaking on the Commission's quest to support the repositioning of the digital economy with a wide range of activities based on the mandate and specific objectives of the NCC, Dr. Ikechukwu Adinde, Director of Special Duties, says every organization is a direct reflection of the embodiment of the leadership, and in the case of the Nigerian Communications Commission, the Dambata effect is very visible.
As an institute leader, Dambata has brought with him, since assumption of office in 2015, very transformational initiatives that have seen the Commission being redefined in various ways. Today, NCC, by virtue of Professor Dambata's role, has footprints of achievements across various sectors of the industry and across various elements of its strategic objectives: consumer empowerment issues, broadband issues, quality of service issues, and a whole range of other regulatory thrusts, which he began to drive from the onset. And today, we can see how the achievement of these strategic objectives have helped in reshaping and transforming not just the industry in Nigeria, but even impacting what the telecommunications industry is outside of the country.
Josephine Amuwa, the Director of Legal and Regulatory Services, explains that the Commission's broad scope of engagement and open approach to policy formation and implementation has made it a service-driven and dynamic organization with robust regulatory instruments.
The impact has been great. Is significant, and it's been felt all across the length and breadth of the country. First of all, the issue of access and the number of people who have access to telephone it has increased significantly from maybe like 100 million when it first came to now we are over 200 million people who have phones, who have access to phone. It has impacted in the area of broadband penetration. Before it came in, broadband penetration was very low, but now we're doing a lot in the area of broadband, ensuring that Nigerians can have not just the ordinary telephone. I call you, you can call me, but now data, like they say, is the new oil, is the new area where everybody is looking towards. So we're ensuring that there is access, there is availability, because the first thing really is to make sure that it's available. And of course, we're also ensuring that it's affordable.
To the Executive Vice Chairman, Nigerian Communications Commission, the telecom sector has brought about digitization of the economy with attendant benefits and efficiency as digital technologies drive entrepreneurship and innovation, as well as provided job opportunities and economic growth. The erudite Professor Umar Garuba Dambata reflecting on the Commission's successes under his watch.
The elements of the old plan, those that we have not accomplished 100% into this new plan. And we have also introduced additional items that, in our opinion, will spur the further growth of the industry. Because whatever we do, we have in perspective, how we can make the industry grow, how we can make it resilient, and how we can make it stable. We have this at the back of our mind.
Keen observers are of the view that the incontrovertible impact of the regulatory efforts of the Nigerian Communications Commission under the visionary leadership of the Executive Vice Chairman, Professor Umar Garuba Dambata, has certainly repositioned the telecommunications sector. These efforts of NCC are evident and have earned the Commission commendation from within and outside Nigeria. The EVC also speaks on how the NCC has galvanized multiple stakeholders for the benefits of the sector.
As an engineer, I'm trained to soak, pressure. While doing that, I've been trained to be able to accommodate all these competing views of our stakeholders. At the same time, ensure that our engagement with them is productive. And this engagement is done with one important objective in mind: to ensure the growth, stability, and the resilience of the industry. So there lies our success, our modest success story. Let me put it that way. The contribution to the GDP, is in the region of between 1.5 trillion naira for quota to more than 2 trillion naira for quota. In fact, the telecommunication sector has been credited, as responsible for exiting this country from recession recently.
Welcome back. The impact of social media cannot be quantified and can be felt in every sphere of life. Social media, no doubt, has become a way of life, and it is now part of daily human endeavors. Telecom Weekly takes a look at how social media has influenced economic activities of consumers.
Social media is a communication form that allows people to interact and share information online real time. With more than 4.2 billion active social media users across the globe, online or social platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, WhatsApp, Telegram, YouTube, amongst others, have become natural places to reach new and potential customers. Through social media platforms, business owners and customers can experience a one-stop shop for buying and selling, which has enabled explosive economic development. This has also made the commercial industry a global marketplace with continental reach available to buyers and sellers.
For the past 2-3 years, social media have really influenced a lot of businesses in Nigeria. I, in particular, I use social media to interact with my colleagues. We used to have a special meeting where we do our contribution from the social media. We influence people to join us. We raise money. We help ourselves. I have seen a lot of retail buyers and retail sellers. They use social media to do their businesses, which I have seen. I have used social media to sell cars that they were given to me, a lot of it, put them, people see, they call me. So social media has impacted positively, as far as I'm concerned, to the business aspect of Nigeria.
Keeps us to have experience and have memory, and is also fast in transaction. So you can be here and do your business anywhere in the world without stress, and you get your results. So it has been very helpful in so many ways.
Social media expands your clientele space, you get. So I started doing social media a few years back. It has increased the numbers of referrals. Aside the referrals, I don't need to, there's no stress. The only thing I'm spending is data, you get. So I can just decide to spend a little cash, like 5K for ads and the rest, and I'm getting 4-5 customers in a week, or let's say even less than a week.
Social media has helped me a lot, because most times if I'm watching how people do business in social media, the thing imparts a lot of wisdom to my life. Like some businesses you can witness today that is going on in social media.
Welcome back. You can always be a part of this program by joining us via our multiple social media platforms. For inquiries on this program, you can send a mail to telecomweekly@ncc.gov.ng. And for further details about the activities of the Commission, visit www.ncc.gov.ng. To ensure a streamlined process for common short codes across the telecom industry, the NCC has directed that all mobile network operators harmonize short codes across networks.
The Nigerian Communications Commission has harmonized all short codes and unstructured supplementary service data (USSD) numbers used in Nigerian telecommunication industry. At a forum organized by the Commission at the Digital Bridge Institute, Lagos, we drew stakeholders in the industry from far and wide. The harmonized short codes were revealed to stakeholders in the industry. The stakeholders comprise executives from the mobile network operators, MNOs, bank executives, representatives from CBN, value-added services, VAS, licensees, and executives of the wireless application services providers in Nigeria, WASPAN. The project consultants carrying out the short code harmonization while speaking at the event informed the stakeholders that the objectives of the harmonization was to bring balance into licensing and utilization of short codes in Nigeria, which presently needs proper alignment with requirements of the International Telecommunications Union (ITU) and international best practices. Engineer Anthony Ikemefuna, head fixed networks and converged services in the NCC, told the forum that the commission planned the event to get stakeholders buy-in into the short code harmonization process, in line with the practice of the commission to always include stakeholders in decisions relating to their activities. The Association of Licensed Telecoms Operators of Nigeria, ALTON, says the harmonization of short codes across all networks entails making the common short codes to be uniform. For instance, the code for recharging a phone line is now the same across all mobile networks. Implementation of the harmonized short codes will make life easier for telecom consumers while eliminating the hassle of memorizing different individual codes across all networks. It also provides a regulatory framework that is consistent with global best practices. It's important to note that during migration, which is to be concluded by 17th May 2023, old and new common codes will run concurrently, after which the old codes will cease to operate. The proposed harmonized short codes are Call Center Help Desk 300, Voicemail Deposit 301, Voicemail Retrieval 302, Borough Services 303, Stop Services 305, Check Balance 310, Credit Recharge 311, Data Plan 312, Share Services 321, Data Balance 323, Verification of SIM Registration and NIN, SIM Linkage 996, DND Do Not Disturb 2442, Porting Services MNP 3232. Telecom consumers are advised to contact their service providers for more information.
Welcome back to Telecom Weekly, targeted at educating and informing you on telecom and ICT trends. Still to come, NCC's EVC eulogizes the role of women in the development of the telecom industry. But that will be after the short break. Please don't go away.
In support of the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) towards the conduct of age-free elections in Nigeria, the Nigerian Communications Commission (NCC) has dedicated its consumer toll-free number 622 to serve as the 2023 general elections incident hotline to enable voters and members of the public across Nigeria to report any issues that may affect them or others during the 2023 general elections holding across the country. This is with a view to resolving such issues by contacting and conveying such to relevant agencies, authorities, or organizations for timely resolution. The hotline will be open to the public from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. during the general elections. Members of the public are therefore invited to take advantage of the Election Incident Monitoring Center hotline 622. Signed, Professor Umar Garbat Ambata, Executive Vice Chairman and CEO, Nigerian Communications Commission (NCC).
The program is Telecom Weekly, sponsored by the Nigerian Communications Commission. The telecom regulator NCC recently joined the rest of the world in celebrating the 2023 International Women's Day. At the event, the NCC helmsman appreciated the role of women in the growth of the industry.
Women have been described as very pivotal to the growth and success of any organization in the New World Order. The Executive Vice Chairman, Nigerian Communications Commission (NCC), Professor Umar Garuba Dambata, made the assertion while congratulating the female staff of the Commission on the occasion of the 2023 International Women's Day at the Commission's headquarters in Abuja. The EVC says the day presents another opportunity for him to reiterate the Commission's irrevocable commitment to promoting gender equality and inclusiveness in line with the theme of this year's celebration, Digital, Innovation and Technology for Gender Equality.
We're marking the International Women's Day every year on the 8th of March. From the women workforce that we have in the Commission, look at all these ladies. They are all working here. So it is an occasion that is worth celebrating, recognizing the invaluable contributions of these ladies who are working in the Commission, an agency that is gender sensitive. And let me on this occasion stress our commitment to deploy innovation and technology to promote equality in the workforce, as well as gender parity in our workforce.
According to Dambata, the Commission has been deliberate in ensuring that women constitute about 50% of the management team of the organization, maintaining that they've demonstrated capacity, capability and readiness to contribute to the overall success of the Commission.
It is for the reason for the invaluable contributions that they are making in raising the bar. And they are continuously doing that hard work, and daily we're seeing the results. I think I can confidently say the sky is the limit with this women workforce. As we deploy information and communications technology to promote gender equality and parity, we're sensitive about who and who should be involved, who should be in the forefront, in the promotion of this important, very important, statement of the ICT policy as regards, women and girls. So we reserve special interventions for women and girls. We organize competitions. We create, above all, the conducive environment in the NCC that will promote gender equality and parity.
The EVC further stated that he is deliberate and conscious of the need to encourage women and girls to partake in innovative digital opportunities available to them. Some female top management staff of the Commission were on hand to express their delight at the efforts of the NCC towards bridging the gender gap and commended the EVC for encouraging the girl child in the quest to raise the bar in the telecom industry.
I'm very happy that we're celebrating women. We do this on an annual basis, and the women of the NCC are very important to what we are doing here at the NCC, and so it's very good to celebrate us. When you empower one woman, you've empowered the village, because women are builders, they are teachers. So in the NCC, we believe in empowering women. And NCC, I would say, is one of those employers where there is no discrimination when you come into the NCC. You are not discriminated against because you are a woman. And I need to give kudos to the organization, to the NCC for that.
I'm particularly very excited and happy today that we are celebrating the International Women's Day. And it's celebrated all over the world, and that's to tell you how important it is, because women are the pillars of society, and we believe in the telecom sector that we carried women along. As a matter of fact, gender equality, not just in employment, even in many of the activities that we engage in, because we believe that if you empower the woman, you empower society. And kudos to the Nigerian Communications Commission for doing their part to make sure that they carry women along in management, in decision making, and generally in empowering women.
The Nigerian Communications Commission, it will be recalled, has over time demonstrated support for gender-conscious efforts through strategic partnership aimed at promoting inclusiveness, such as Nigerian Girls Can Code initiative, the celebration of the International Day of Girls in ICT, girl child empowerment and literacy, amongst others. In the EVC's final submission, It has been established in all human endeavors that inclusion of women in leadership has contributed to commensurate organic growth, which justifies the notion that development of any nation will be incomplete without the participation and contributions of women.
Thank you for staying with us. We have come to the end of this week's episode of Telecom Weekly. But before we go, don't forget you can always be part of this program by joining us via our multiple social media platforms. For inquiries on this program, you can send a mail to telecomweekly@ncc.gov.ng. For further details on the activities of the Commission, visit www.ncc.gov.ng. Telecom Weekly is brought to you by the Nigerian Communications Commission, NCC, your partner to Connected Nigeria. Until we come your way again next week, I am Joy Uyo Adejo. Bye for now.